Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to attempt at doing a monthly budget. I kind of get a little frustrated doing monthly budgets because everything that I want to budget for, I know the monthly budget is not going to cover, but I work a lot of overtime on my job, so when I do my paycheck budgets, it will all kind of make sense. So what I'm going to do in this budget is I'm just gonna budget out everything that I want to cover for the month, and we'll take care of the actuals in the paycheck budget. So I am an hourly employee. I work 70 hours a week. I work 7 days on, 7 days off, and usually in those 7 days off I kind of pick up 3 or 4 days extra. So we are going to I'm gonna budget for the first paycheck of April, which is going to be probably shorter than what I'm normally used to because I missed 2 days of work, but I did add in some of my PTO hours. But like I mentioned before, we basically get paid the regular hours for hours worked. PTO is just straight PTO. I come in on shifts, part of the shift that is like incentive or shift differential, you can say. So we don't get the shift differentials on PTO hours, only on hours that is worked. So for paycheck 1, I'm going to budget $1,400, and I know that it may be less than that. I'm just going to budget for it anyway. Paycheck 2, I picked up a lot of overtime in this pay period, so I'm going to actually budget $2,200. So the total I'm budgeting for the month is going to be $3,600. Then we'll come down to our expenses. Now for rent, my rent actually went up $35. So I was paying $10.95, and then the apartments that I live in, they have where you have to pay the insurance. It's like renter's insurance, but they have it where you can get it through them without getting your own, and that was $12. It went up to $13, but I have my own renter's insurance as well on top of the insurance that they have. But beginning you know what, I take that back, because the rent did not go up. It won't go up until May. So we're going to stick with our regular the amount our rent was, which was $1,103. It was $1,102, but the renter's insurance went up $1, I think like 2 months ago. Then we have my card note, which is 563.08. We have car insurance, which I budget $123. Renter's insurance, I budget $21. I'm gonna do BET plus. I'm going to budget $11. Amazon, $15. Apple One is $20. I keep getting messages that my iCloud storage is full, and I refuse to pay for any storage. I'm actually in the process now of trying to delete some stuff because I do not want to pay for any extra storage. I have a external hard drive while I'm transferring stuff off of my devices onto there to get rid of some space, because yeah, I'm not paying for any extra storage. We have AT&T, and I'm going to budget $153. And then we have Casco, which is my electric. I'm going to budget $70. Now, I do have the new credit card that I mentioned before, where I transferred the remaining credit cards that I have onto this card for a 0% interest. And the first payment for this card is coming due on April 14th, and that payment is $67. I'm going to pay the minimum on that card only because the other cards that I had, I'm still going to use that amount as the snowball. I'm going to snowball it onto this card. So we have Amex, Capital One 2, Capital One 3, Capital One 1, we have Merrick, Target. Now, Capital One 3 has a balance on it because when I tried to transfer the balance over to the Chase card, it would not transfer the full balance. So it's a small balance on there, but I've already paid the amount due for April using some extra money that I had in the month of March. So I actually don't have a new payment due for Capital One 3, but I'm still going to use the amount that I would pay to Capital One 3, and that is wrong. I'm going to still pay the amount that I normally pay to this card, which is $150. Amex, I normally would pay $40. Capital One 2, I would pay $50. Capital One 1, I would pay $110. Merrick, I would pay 100, and Target I would pay 50. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of my 6 credit cards, I only have the one left, which is the Capital One 3. It has now a $500 balance because I just paid $100 on it from last month for the month of April. So these are all, these cards right here, these are all my Snowball amounts. So these amounts right here will be paid onto Chase. Plus I'm going to make the regular payment for Chase. So we are going to add up these amounts. We have 1103 plus 563.08 plus 123 plus 21 plus 11 plus 15 plus 20, 153, 70 plus 67, and this amount here, this equals to 460. That's gonna give me a total for my fixed expenses of 2606.08. We're going to minus that from the 3600, and that's gonna leave me with 933.92. So we'll bring that down, 933.92. We're gonna budget for my variable expenses. We're gonna do groceries, gas. We're gonna do myself and miscellaneous. We're also gonna do household. For the month for groceries, we're going to do $100. For gas, we're gonna do $100. Myself, I will give myself $5 every pay period, so that's going to be $10 for the month, and the same with miscellaneous is $10. And I'm going to give myself $20, which is $10 of pay for a household. So we're going to add that up. It's going to be 100 plus 100 plus 20 plus 20. That is $240, and we're going to minus that from 933.92, which leaves a balance of 693.92. And we're going to bring that over here to our sinking funds, 693.92. And we're going to do family binder for the month. That is $146. I'm trying to beef up car maintenance. We're going to do $10 for the month. Emergency travel, we're going to do $40. That's 20 a pay period. And then we're going to do PTO, which we'll do 50, and that's $25 per pay period. I have my savings challenges. I have savings challenges that I want to do for the month, And I normally would put them over here as a fixed expense, but for the monthly, I'm just gonna put it over here as a maybe possible, because like I said, this month may be a little short than what I normally have, and I don't want to have to go in and changing some numbers. But I'm going to put here, I'm going to put the savings challenges here. I'm going to also put month ahead. We're going to do 52 week. I'm going to do 100 envelope. And we're going to do penny challenge. Now for the savings challenges, I wanted to budget $150. Month ahead, we're going to budget $130. That's $65 per paycheck. 52 week, we're going to do on week 16 and 17. And for paycheck 2, week 18 and week 19. Okay, sorry about that. I had a coughing fit. Sorry for the edits. Okay, so we were on 52 weeks. So week 16 and 17 and weeks 18 and 19, which is going to be $34 and $36. 100 envelope is going to be for $33 for the first paycheck and $37 for the second paycheck, which will make it, I'm gonna put it over here on the side, which is gonna make it $26.53 and $28.49. And for penny challenge, we are going to be doing $13.02 and $13.51. And for the second paycheck would be $14 and $14.49. This is for paycheck 1 and this is for paycheck 2. So that would be the $26.53 and $28.49. For the envelope, 100 envelope is $33 and $37. So I'm gonna hit that here, and this one is gonna be here. So let's add that up. First, we're gonna add up the amount for our sinking funds. So that's gonna be 146 plus 10 plus 40 plus 50. That's gonna be a total of 246. With 693.92 minus the 246 leaves 447.92. I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. So this will be my remaining balance $447.92, and the $447.92 is definitely not enough to, it won't be enough to cover these. So we're going to leave, actually I really want to do my must-haves. Month ahead and 52 weeks are must-haves for me. It's a must-have for every pay period unless I just absolutely don't have it. So we're gonna minus, let's see, 447.92 minus 130 minus 34 minus 36. That leaves us with, let's see, that leaves us with $247.92. This is how I do my budget, you guys. I really don't do it on here. I basically will write out my budget on regular printer paper until I get to actually doing the budget. So with the $247.92 being left, I'm then going to minus the amount for the savings challenges, and that leaves a balance of, let's see, let's go back, $447.92 minus 130 minus 34 minus 36. So I'm gonna write right here, 447.92 minus, let's see, 130 plus 34 plus 36, that's $200. So minus 200, that is the 247. This is, let's see, this is $200. I'm going to leave the balance as the $247.92 until I actually close out the rest of the budget, which looks like I would have enough to take care of the 100 envelope and the penny challenge. But to be on the safe side, I'm just going to leave it there, and I will close out at the end of the month after I've done both paychecks. So this is actually my first time doing a monthly budget, and I'm just trying to hold myself accountable because the first paycheck of the month is going to be shorter than what I'm normally, because I did 3 extra days, but it's gonna cross itself out because I called in 2 days. So that's where I don't know about that amount there. But everything else it'll all come into play. I guess it'll all come into play once I do my paycheck breakdowns. Looking at the overall budget for the month, I know what I have to pay and some things that I want to cover. And a lot of times it don't work out that way. It always works out to where I want to do a whole lot more than what my paycheck says I can do. So we will revisit my monthly budget when I do my paycheck, my first paycheck breakdown, which I will get paid on April 11th. That will be my first check of the month, and we will revisit the monthly at that time. All right, you guys, I had broke down and wanted to do some other stuff, but I'm gonna do all of that when I do the paycheck breakdown. All right, you guys, that is going to be the end of the video. I want to thank you all for watching and spending a little bit of time with me on this Sunday. Today is April 6th, and I appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm currently at 131 subscribers, and I want to thank you all that have subscribed, and I appreciate the engagement, comments, and the likes. All right, you guys, I'll see you in the next video.